Hello! You may remember from days of yore, meaning not that long ago, I made a video talking about my fictional crushes. And in that video, I talked about how I realized that there was these two archetypes that kind of shaped my crushes on fictional characters throughout my life, being the historical himbo and the scoundrel with a heart of gold. Today, I thought that we would tier rank some of these characters because what else would we be doing with this information, really? First of all, as a brief primer, I'll explain the archetypes a little bit. In terms of the historical himbo, lesbians are truly the scholars of himbo-ness. So, I defer to that expertise. In general, the vibe I'm getting from it, people who embody kind of conventional, typical understandings of masculinity, but are just very divested from toxic masculinity and are very just like sweet, pure, good people. And then when it comes to the scoundrel with a heart of gold, this is the archetype of a character who is a scoundrel in the sense that they are very charming and lovable, but are also very like witty, clever, self-interested, but in the end end up doing the right thing. The characters that I've included are ones that are like not necessarily ones I had crushes on, but are relevant or within the periphery of my sphere of childhood crushes. First we have God Tier, kind of self-explanatory, okay, but just like the ultimate of each archetype. Then we have Solid B, okay, understood the material, fully embody it. Then we have Yes, so they do in fact fit into either subcategory, but no thank you, as in they are not of personal interest to me. Then we have Almost, but not quite. Then we have No. Quick disclaimer is that in the first video on fictional crushes, it was like mostly women. This one, it's gonna be mostly white men. Generally speaking, those are kind of the only people that I think are allowed to really embody these kinds of characters. Also just indicative of the stuff that I was watching growing up. We're gonna start off strong with the absolute ultimate historical himbo, okay, which is Thor. Hello. I'm gonna put him right in God Tier, okay? Because just the absolute fucking epitome of a historical himbo, okay? And even though technically it would kind of be a yes but no thank you, because I don't really have like a crush of like attractiveness to Thor, but it's more that just I want to be him, okay? I don't have thunder thighs for nothing, okay? I'm gonna move right to Will from Pirates of the Caribbean. So Pirates of the Caribbean came out when I was like in grade like 3 or 4. I felt pressure to have like a crush on him because of having the same last name, okay? But secondly, it was also my childhood crush. Like growing up, like all of my friends had crushes on celebrities and like, had posters up in their room from like teen girl magazines when we were pretty young actually. So I selected him, okay? Mostly because of the last name thing, but I felt nothing for him. Absolutely nothing, okay? Can a young bisexual child not just deal with her own compulsory heterosexuality in peace? You know what I'm saying? I didn't initially think that he would be a himbo, but like when you look into his eyes, there is kind of nothing. Just head empty, one thought, Elizabeth. You know what I'm saying? Very much himbo. I'm gonna make him a solid B because I think he fits into that category so well, even though I don't feel much for him now, but like I'm not mad enough at it to like be a no thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm respecting my roots. I also included Jack Sparrow on here for the relevancy of it all. Also, I think he also very much embodies the scoundrel with a heart of gold thing. I was never personally like attracted to him, even though as a child I thought those movies were like the epitome of like wittiness and intelligence and banter, okay? Also, I'm a little bit of a sword bisexual. I'm not afraid to admit it, okay? So I'm gonna put him in like, yeah, he absolutely embodies the scoundrel type, but no thank you because I'm not personally drawn to it. Women dressed as Jack Sparrow, however, okay, women dressed as pirates, God Tier. We're gonna keep going into the childhood archives here. Let's jump to Alan Dale from the BBC Robin Hood adaptation. I think Alan Dale in particular is the absolute OG 100% blueprint for the scoundrel with a heart of gold type, okay? Me and my sister have talked about it and we both were so unnecessarily into this character. I honestly think this is my first memory of like knowing that I was like, yes, I'm into this. So yeah, God Tier, okay? Put some respect on Alan Dale's name. So in terms of Lord of the Ring, I think that Boromir is the most obvious in terms of very much being a himbo. Okay, and that's true from the books, you know what I'm saying? But I was never into him in that way, or any way really, so I'm gonna say yes but no thank you to that. In terms of Aragorn, however, the older I get, the more I have become appreciative and attracted to Aragorn. Okay, that fucking door scene, hello. I don't think that he quite fits into either of these. He's definitely not a scoundrel with a heart of gold, but he's not quite a himbo either. There's something about him that's very much divested from toxic masculinity thing going. So I'm gonna say almost but not quite, but also hi, hello, sir. Next, we're gonna go to Willoughby from the 1990s Sense and Sensibility with Emma Thompson, Kate Winslet. One of my favorite childhood movies, one of my favorite movies of all time. It wasn't until this year that I realized how fucking hot he is. He's the absolute fucking worst. Has very little redeeming qualities, but wow, is he hot, okay? And here's the thing, definitely a scoundrel, big scoundrel energy, but does not do the right thing in the end, or have a heart of gold. So we're gonna say almost but not quite. Let's keep it in the Jane Austen realm. So I recently also rewatched the Emma 1996 with Gwyneth Paltrow. Much better than I remembered it being from my childhood viewing. But a character who I feel like does not get enough attention, okay, is Mr. Is it? Oh fuck, I forgot his name. Okay, I had to check, but it's Mr. Martin, not Mr. Mason, kind of proving my own point there. But I think that he does not get enough credit, okay, as one of the romantic heroes of her work. So I'm gonna say solid B. Okay, now we have M'Baku from Black Panther. This one I'm torn about because I think he does give himbo energy, but he's kind of too smart to be a himbo. I don't know. I'm gonna say almost but not quite for now, just because I don't know if he's quite... I don't know. I think, you know what? I think he is. I think he's a himbo. Also, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, once again from Thor, we have Valkyrie, God tier. We are not deserving to be walking in the same world that Tessa Thompson is. Now we have another BBC series, okay, the like 2016 Musketeers. I haven't watched all of it, to be fair, okay, so just keep that in mind. I think that Aramis in particular is very much the exact archetype. Okay, very in line with Alan Adale, but not quite Alan Adale. Okay, so we're gonna say solid B. D'Artagnan, very close second. Porthos is much more of a historical himbo, and we absolutely love him for it. Hi, hello. Athos is a fucking wet blanket and the worst, so that's a no. Keeping in line with the historical adaptations, I guess, we have Giovanni Giustiniani from the Netflix Rise of Empire situation about the fall of Constantinople, which I talked about at length in the other video. He has big pirate scoundrel energy. And did I ever think that I would be out here on Al Gore's internet talking about how attracted I am to a historical reenactment of a Genoese mercenary? No, but here we are. I'm gonna give him a solid B because he's like very much there, very much. Then we have Aladdin. I know that Aladdin and or Jasmine is a big part of people's childhood fictional crush moment. Totally see it, totally get it. I think that he also does very much have kind of like scoundrel with a heart of gold energy. Very scampish, very charming, you know what I'm saying? But I was never personally that into him. So I'm gonna say yes, but no thank you. But like, I see it, I recognize, you know what I'm saying, what it's done in shaping the archetype, like it's there. I'd like to take a moment to talk about Brad Pitt. He's very present in terms of my childhood viewing of things. Ocean's 11, okay, Rusty as we have here, and then also as Sinbad. So here's the thing. I was never that particularly like attracted to him in those roles, but they were so deeply formative. I almost want to put him in God tier, but I didn't actually have a crush on him. So I'm gonna put him as a solid B because I do think he very much exemplifies that and is our only, you know, modern characterization here. In terms of Sinbad, also gonna go solid B. As a side note, I'd like to talk about his iconic overall moment because it's something I think about a lot and it's a look that I will be bringing into spring 2021. So just look out. I hope that was fun and somewhat enjoyable for you, and maybe you learned about, you know, too much about my inner life and about these very specific archetypes. Please let me know if there are any characters that should be included that I just fully missed, okay? Would love to hear about it. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye!